You feel that? You see it? You smell it? You sense it? You hear it? What is that? That, my friends, is health. It's health rising. It's health. It's almost health. It's like waxing health. Is it waning? Waxing. It's like the whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Full Circus. My name is Tristan Sartors, and yes, I am so close to being healthy with you guys today, but do not let that negate the fact that I am overjoyed. I'm ecstatic, even, to share a silly, goofy time here with you, as always. Now, before we go anyways, not to beat a dead horse, and not to beat a live horse either. I guess if you gotta beat a horse, freaking... I don't know, it's all animal. It's maybe it's a bad horse. No, there's no bad horses. There's only bad jockeys, bad trainers. But you know what? Screw it, okay? I don't want to beat a horse. Does that make me a good person, a saint, perhaps? But you know what? That's just who I am. I have been feeling like I'm on the upper echelon, this next level of good personhood, okay? You know when you start seeing people behind you in the grocery aisle because she lets you cut in front because you're holding 12 ginger ales, and she's like, go ahead, dear, and you're like, no, I couldn't. She's like, for real? I go, well, if you say so. And then your mind goes, I'm going to pay for her groceries. I'm gonna take care of business. I don't even care. And then she starts unloading produce, and because you live on nothing but goldfish crackers and juicy fruit, you're like, I don't know how much vegetables are. I got nervous and I didn't pay for it. It's a shameful act. But you know what? That thought, okay, that crossed here in the heart. So you know what? Thank you again, lady. Have a blessed day. That was all I could offer. I think it did ring out to about $187. So dodged a bullet. But you know what? I'm feeling like a good person. I was trying to volunteer for homeless shelters and Thanksgiving and at the fire station, as well as some Christmas stuff. I've been sending applications out, man. I'm a good guy. Now, all these applications have been rejected. I don't know exactly the reason, but you know what? The effort, again, is there. I'm a good person. I'm reaching a different level of sainthood, and I'm happy. I'm not afraid to brag about it, but I'm going to be very humble because, again, a good purse, You ever feel like you've been such a good person? Like, if I died and I went to heaven right now, like, God's giving me a +1. He's like, oh, you can't wait. You're with him? Okay, get in here. You're not on my list, but which I trust Tristan's judgment. You're all right. Come on. Like, I feel like I'm just something in my soul is being really aligned with the goodness of the Lord. And thank you. So if you're struggling, if you're not really, if you're not thinking about paying for some lady's groceries, well, stick with me, kid. I'll get you into heaven. But anyways, back to said horse that will not be beaten, but will be gazed upon and discussed. My health, man. It feels like we have been going back and forth on this for weeks, nay, months. But I feel like we are so close now, okay? We are so close to figuring it out. I've been on the cusp, the edge. We've been in the thick of it, nay, again, the sick of it. And it's just, I feel, like when you're watching that little upload bar, that little download, whatever it is, and you're like, it's creeping, and yeah, it's going a bit slow, but I can see that it's rising. I see that it's almost there. That's how I feel. And I've been I was joking about it. On the last episode, we talked a little bit at length. In the previous episode about, I feel like it's some sort of divine thing. Where it's like, I gotta crack the code. I gotta decipher. What's the deal? Why am I so sick? Maybe I'm supposed to be taking notice. Maybe I'm taking something for granted. Maybe, like my body is sick for a reason. And I was joking about it, but I was also pretty serious, where maybe I'm not looking around. Maybe I'm not understanding. Maybe, this is happening because it's meant to be happening. And what I came down to, and this is going to sound like a joke, and it's going to sound egotistical, but what I figured out is that it's because I haven't loved my own voice enough. And you're going to hear that, and you're going to go, oh, Tristan's on his big arrogant thing again. And look, I'm not arrogant, okay? I'm not egotistical. Everybody goes, oh, Tristan's so this, so big head, so this, so that. I don't think I'm better than anybody else. I think I'm just as good as you. And if you got a problem with that, maybe you're the one with the ego issue. But I was genuinely really sad this past week. I didn't get to do any of the family festivities, no Thanksgiving, nobody's glad handing me saying, I'm happy to be here with you. I had nothing. I had no body. It was all dark. And that's not just because the lights were off. It was just a sad, lonely moment. And usually when that happens, I have me. And I've never realized how much I've really, truly relied on me before, where I talk to myself and I make myself laugh, and there's impressions and songs and silliness. And I realized that I was like so lonely. It's like, where's Tristan at? You ever had a moment like that where I was like, I missed me because my voice got completely shot and I couldn't bring anything, you know? So as I've just been downing medicine and water and rest, trying to get my voice back, it's like watching one of those military, like, war veterans come home and like, we're so happy to be. I'm like, it's you, Tristan. I love you. So I've been just ecstatic, man, as my voice has been slowly coming back to life. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. You know, Charlie Chaplin or whoever, one of those black and white guys, you know, they said, a day without laughter is a day wasted. And especially in the work when you're doing it by yourself and during the holidays and I couldn't be around anybody, I was all I had to make myself laugh, and I wasn't available. I'm my own best friend, and that could be sad, but you know what? He doesn't think so. So I was really missing me. So I think that's what it is. I think that I just wasn't appreciating my own voice enough. I think that's what the Lord, I think that's what the world, the universe has been waiting me to figure out. And I did it. And you're like, are you kidding me? Guy goes down for a month and a half and he walks away with it, realizing that he hasn't loved himself enough. This guy, he all talks about it. You know what? I'm about to talk myself even more, baby. Point is, I was saying that jokingly, but also a little bit genuinely. Like, I was just like, yes! I just missed my voice. So it's not completely back. There's like still some pockets like up here. And don't get me wrong, again, like, this has its own little charm. It's got its dulcet tones to it. But I speak up. I speak almost like in a mixed voice, as if I'm serenading you, I guess. You know, I speak in such a way that it's a symphony, it's a melody, and it's really quite magical to be a part of. So the more and more we get back to it, I will be thrilled. So it's just a work of hydration at this point. And also, guys, stay healthy. Take your medicine. Take your water. Take your rest. It's bad. It's going around. Everybody's getting it. And I don't know exactly how it happened. I think it might have to do with letting, my nephew stick his grubby toddler fingers all over my mouth and my face. And I just gobbled those germs up. And then I died. So I don't know if anyone's doing that to you, but either way, it's in the air. So it bites and it sticks around. So do whatever you got to do. Take the necessary precautions, because it does suck. All jokes aside, health. Oh, we value it so much. And I've taken a lot of medicine. I've done all the doctor's orders, and nothing has helped me more than water. I gotta tell you, dude, I was drinking 3 to 4 gallons of water a day. Okay, check this out, man. I put on 27 pounds of water weight. I was 188 on Wednesday. By Friday evening, I was 215. That's got to be some sort of record, okay? It can't be healthy, for sure. I think I had all the water. That's not health. That's not hydration. That's drowning. I was practicing drowning at that point, I don't even know, like, I must have caused a drought in the area and subsequently a flash flood. You know what I'm saying? They were getting the alert on their phone. Oh, he's hitting the restroom again. Okay, like a racehorse. It was disasterful. Like every freaking 5 seconds. I was trying to sleep. I had a dream where I was trying to use the restroom, and I woke up pissed, but not. I woke up so pissed. I was like, why couldn't I go to the bathroom? Luckily, my body just knew not to do that while I was sleeping, but it really was. Like I almost couldn't rest because I had to keep getting up and going to the bathroom so often. But I'll tell you this, I might be the only person who got a negative water bill. I gave so much back. It's crazy. If we're 60% water, dude, I'm 90. All right. If you're lost in the desert, you're having a mirage of me because I'm all water. That's what it is. So I don't know. I don't know if it was right. I don't know if that was the right call, but I think it's flushed a lot out. It's restored a lot of my voice, and I don't know if I'm going back. I don't know. Okay. It's been pretty beneficial. Some people live by a water bottle. Me, dude, I live by a snorkel these days. So I was loving it, and it wasn't like intentional. It was just that I didn't really feel like eating, and water, it was just kind of soothing the vocal cords, and then I just found myself heavy and flourishing with flushing. So I'm not necessarily recommending that. This is not a medical podcast, but if it were, I would say drink the world, dude. Try and break my record. I'm just saying, look, not a competition. But if it were, I've had all of it. So what else is going on with you guys? The big thing in the world, I guess, would be Spotify Wrapped. And Spotify Wrapped, it was cool for the first few years, and then it got this big negative connotation. And go, oh, you're gonna share with me your songs, your artists, and everybody shares it, and then people complain, like, oh wow, we really care. I do care. Okay, one, who am I to talk? I'd freaking do a podcast where I tell you about my restroom habits. Guys, I don't want to hear about your favorite songs. Let's talk about how often I almost wet the bed. But I love a Spotify Wrap, dude. I wanna see what you're up to. Okay, I'm nosy like that. I love when people share what you're listening to. What are you watching as well? I want to know what your Netflix Wrapped is. What's the Hulu? Give me your Meyer Wrapped. What are you eating? What's your story? Give me your GPS. I want to see where you've been. I want to see what you're listening to. I want to see who you are. I got to know, man. So I take that as information. If I see somebody and he's got, Bethel worship music mixed with some Encanto soundtrack and The Greatest Showman, I go, well, this is a very interesting fella, and maybe that was mine. But, I think you can learn a lot about somebody by what they're sharing. Oh, look, it's a very, personal when you think about it. This is the music I listen to all year. And now we all got access to that. I know what kind of man you are now. So guys, keep sharing it, man. I love it. Okay. Give me everything. I like to know information. I like to know, what if I see some really, I kind of like all music, so I can't even think of something gross or disgusting. Maybe it was beating a dead horse. Like, oh, friggin' man, I thought we were friends. How dare you? I'm not using my +1 on you, good sir. So, I got no beef with it, guys. Share your Spotify Wrapped. Share all of it. And maybe, just maybe, I don't know, I'll get into your accounts. Oh, secret security question. What is the most song I listened to in 2023? Taylor Swift. This song. I don't have any examples. I got to listen to more music. I really do. It's because it was just Bethel and the Encanto soundtrack and The Greatest Showman. I like everything. My soundtrack of life, my playlist, they go from gospel to rap to hard metal back to musical theater. It's pretty sociopathic. It's a psychopath. You would think there's a family account, like, oh, this is a whole group, this is a family of 19, but it's all me, and I'm getting all these different thoughts and feelings. I don't like listening to sad music. That's probably the only thing I don't listen to often, is that it's because I don't know if I know a lot of people love sad music, and I don't know if that's because you're sad or you enjoy being sad or if it doesn't make you sad. But when I listen to it, I feel it, and I don't know if it's because the impressionist or whatever part of my brain kind of aligns with the media that I'm consuming, but I become what I'm listening to. So a lot of that musical theater is all about the hero's journey and the hero's rise, because, hey, main character, baby. Now, sure, he doesn't pay for the groceries behind him, but he thinks about it, and that's the kind of music that I consume. So I don't really listen to a lot of sad stuff. I will listen to some, again, the heavy metal and that kind of anger, but that's more for working out. And I go, I'm freaking powerful, like when you're lifting a weight and the guy's like, I hate everything about you. And I'm like, I don't know who this is at, but yeah, I hate you. And then it ends and I go, into the unknown. Man, I need to get my voice back because I miss singing for sure. What else is going on, dude? Anyways, yeah, continue to share your music. I think we didn't really write down much going on in the world, dude, because I was thinking I was going to stretch that health thing out a good 90 more minutes. I did see that there was a foot chase. I don't even know what the guy was arrested for, but some guy, he ran a few red lights and he decided to get out of his car. Here's my big freaking complaint. And not really, it's a good thing, but you can't commit crimes in the winter. People complain, oh, it's so cold and it gets dark so early. Dude, you know how hard it is to commit a crime in the snow? Track your footprints. Oh, they found him, just followed him through the backyard. I don't know why he got out of his car. He should just kept driving. This isn't like national news. It was more of a local thing, but he's like, friggin', we gotta get out of these roads, man. Where's he going? Freaking Hansel and Gretel himself. They got him good. Also, Rush Hour 4 is apparently happening. I don't mean to announce news as legitimate, but I think it's true. Rush Hour is one of my favorite series and franchises of all time. I guess they've been working on this movie for a while, and the actors have been trying to. Millions. I mean, every movie makes millions, but like, it's a insanely popular franchise, huge legacy. It's weird that they haven't been able to greenlight it. Like, they've been trying to get this movie made for a while now, and I guess Trump said something where he was like, it's one of my favorite franchises, gotta get it ready. So I don't know what the exact statement was. Again, it could all be a joke. I was kind of out of it. I was on the toilet and, just gargling the world. Weird sentence. But I saw that and I was like, it's happening. The studios, they're like, well, okay, there's enough backing behind it. Now, I don't think it's just because Trump did it, but I will say this. If any president, Trump or otherwise, has the ability to be getting movies made, I'm on board. Well, if they're movies that I want to see, I guess. But I think that's awesome. Politics, what are your morals? Hey, who cares? You getting Rush Hour 4 made? Dog. So I'm all in on that. I love Rush Hour. What else was I going to say? Man, I think there was something more important. Not to beat any sort of horse here, but are we just going to sit and think about our actions? I've been trying to cook a lot more lately. That's one of the things is, again, I don't know what the produce is. But as a single man and you're living alone, like, what am I making dinner for? I'm not making it for family or for a significant other. Like, for my dinners usually just consist of a protein shake and, string cheese or an apple. Like, it's very bland. It's very boring. I eat the same thing in the morning, just eggs and some Greek yogurt. So I've been trying to get into, I mean, yeah, dude, he's a chef. Like, yeah, he gets it. He's talented. We understand that. And he's got a great voice while he does it. But I've been trying to just get, I don't even know. I'm trying to, it almost feels like the other side of me. Maybe me is cooking for me. I'm trying to do some things that I don't normally do and get better at some things that I haven't been doing for a while now. It hasn't necessarily gone perfect to plan. I was trying to just dabble and get back into it with some pancakes. You wouldn't believe it, dude. Pancakes are so easy to burn because you just flip it and then you go and play video games for like 30, 40 minutes and you come back and they're scorched. And then the kitchen's on fire and then half the box is torn to shreds and it's all over the place and you make a mess and then your pan is busted because you tried to do a kickflip over it. And I don't know if that's the journey that everyone's taking so far, but I had to go get a new pan. That was a true story. I my pan on the ground and I tried to skateboard around it and I broke it. But I've just been slowly trying to figure out cooking. And that's growth, guys. That's growth. Sometimes you got to do some things. I know a lot of people look at me and they go, he's got it figured out. He's so strong and talented and athletic and handsome and beautiful. And his voice is great. And it's not all the way back yet, but sure. And not even to boot about how good of a person he is, but he also thinks about paying for groceries sometimes for other people. Doesn't, but he thinks about it, considers, contemplates it. Speaking of plate, he's trying to get better at cooking. What a beautiful soul. But yeah, it hasn't gone well. And I think those groceries are being delivered right now. Yeah. So anyways, if you guys have any recommendations, one, for dishes, and two, how to get better at these things, because I've spent my whole life just being awesome, and I don't know if I've necessarily spent the rest of my life being adult, responsible. There's some things that have just kind of gone by the wayside that I haven't been doing for a while, so trying to get that dialed in. Guys, it's going to be a bit of a shorter episode, okay, and I know that because we're talking about cooking, and I just got bored. Felt like we were kind of on fire here. And then speaking of fire, I'm about to make dinner, but we're on the down slopes. Also, man, you know how you can't see it, but I keep looking at. I bought a couple plants and some flowers for me, dude. It's one, speaking of being an adult, but two, that's how you know how sad I was, man. I was bringing foliage by my bedside, just be like, well, I can't talk, might as well look at the nature, might as well look at some freaking shrubberies. So. Happy to have my voice back. We are on the up and up. We are bringing life back to me. So you guys stay healthy, and hopefully we will keep coming back. And I'm slowly getting back out in the world, slowly collecting some more stories. I did go to the comedy club the other night. It was very interesting. And I don't want to give away, because it was a bit, but I don't want to give away anyone's material because I know these people work very hard on it. But there was a guy who he walked up there. Guy must be 70 years old, beautiful, luscious beard. And he throws this trench coat off of him and he goes, "My name is Jimmy and I'm possessed by a demon." And then he continued to do a whole bit as a demon, but the demon only found satisfaction in telling like corny puns, I think, about corn. And it was quite beautiful. So you never know. You never know what's going to get at an open mic. And I just gotta. That's probably one of another big issue is I've been trying to get down there. I just keep getting smacked in the face with illness, dude. And yeah, he's sick with it, but I'm trying to be fresh to death. And even if I die, don't forget I had that +1. So get on my good side, guys. I'm trying to take somebody to the promised land. So anyways, if there's anything else I'm forgetting, well, I forgot about it. So there's no point in going back and forth on it. Until next time, guys, happy holidays. Stay fresh, stay cozy, stay healthy. Man, I feel like there was something, and it's like lingering. It's almost like a really good idea, but it's not good enough to be here. It's like, it's like that one last thing that you could have packed for vacation. Like, but we're probably gonna need this. And you're like, forget about it. And I'm not gonna remember it until after we're done, till after we get to the resort, and I go, oh, my toothbrush. Why didn't I think I would need my toothbrush? Sick in the head. So anyways, guys, I will see you. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to be back with a full voice, and I'm going to serenade you because you know what? Yes, I love my own voice. And yes, I'm a good, true friend and love of myself. But I'm going to give you guys that same sort of peace. You guys deserve me as well. I'll see you. No!